absolute new production house with an absolute new director and all newcomers is, I think, a big risk to take. It's not like a hero heroine kind of a combination that we have in the film. There was no romantic inclination as such. So for me, it was okay as a comedy film. Hi everyone on IndiaGlitz. This is Sadha here. No, see, I don't know why people, probably actresses or actors think a lot about, taking up a project just to re-establish yourself or any of that kinds, that those lines. But for me, it's always been whatever projects come my way, I try and select what I think I would be enjoying doing. That's been my only criteria while doing films. Yes, I do think a lot when absolute new production house with an absolute new director and all newcomers come to me, because that is for me a gamble. That is, I think, a big risk to take, because I don't really have any guarantee whether the film would be completed on time. If it's completed on time, whether it would be promoted properly and then released on time. So that is something I don't really get into, because I have done a film or two like that and I have not had a very good experience. Sometimes those kind of films also do well with all freshers, and we have seen those kind of films also in the industry. But for me, it hasn't worked, and I'm a little skeptical taking up projects like that. When Ellie came my way, the production house was pretty strong. They already had a fixed deadline as to when they will release the film. So we finished shooting the last month, and within a month they're releasing the film, which is, I think, a commendable job for a new production house. Coming to the director, he has already done a film with Mr. Vadivelu, so he's not a fresher. Before that also he's done a film, so as a director I know that he would be sound enough. Plus Vadivelu, though he's a comedy star and everything, he has a fan following of his own. So for me, it is, I'm like 100% sure that the film would come out and it would be received well by people. So that is important when you put in your efforts in it. Plus, the second thing that really excited me taking up the project was the whole 1960s feel to it. It's very rare that you get a film like that in today's times, where you get to portray, a character which is so 1960s, with the big hairdos, big wing liners, and the costumes and everything, the grandeur. So I guess that is something that really got me into the project, because before Ellie, Mr. Yuvaraj, the director of Ellie, had approached me for another film called Tenali Raman with the same actor, with Mr. Vadivelu. I didn't take it up that time, but this particular thing sounded interesting. Those are the basic reasons. I didn't really get into it because I wanted to get back in films or anything. I have never thought on those lines. Today also I reject 10 projects, and then if I find that okay, this one sounds good, I take it up. So that was not the criteria for sure.
இந்த எலி சாதாரண சிங்கம் இல்ல, இது ஒரு சேவிங்கமான சிங்கம்டா. சேவிங் பண்ண சிங்கமா? சிங்கத்துக்கு சேவிங் பண்ணா அசிங்கமானடா இருக்கும்.
See, basically I can't give in too much, too many details as such, but yes, it is a role where I'm actually playing a club dancer in the villain's den. So, the story revolves around that particular den where, Vadivelu comes in as Ellie. So, that's how things go, and it's a full-on comedy film as expected.
Hey. என்ன செஞ்சிட்டு வந்த?
பேய்க்கு பிரசவம் பார்த்து வந்தேன். நீங்களா யாருடா? How do I tell you?
Vadivelu. It's not like a hero heroine kind of a combination that we have in the film. Basically, there's only one female lead, so obviously I'd be termed as a heroine. But it's not like okay, we are romancing or anything. Two different characters going parallelly, and there is a dream song where Ellie, played by Mr. Vadivelu, he gets into imagination and he thinks of me as his dream girl, and that's what the song means also. Mere sapno ki rani kab aayegi, which is my dream girl, when will you be a part of my life kind of a thing. So then he gets into that dream song. So
nice meeting you.
My pleasure.
I think he can make up for any dance movements with his facial expressions. I think dance is all about good expressions, and he does that. He covers up whatever he can't with his body, through his face, and that makes up for it. And yeah, good comedy star is. I mean, he has that impeccable timing for comedy. So yeah, it was a good experience. Well, I did not miss the chance working with him because I didn't take up that project. It was my denial, not like I wanted to do it and things didn't work out. It was my denial for the particular film because again it had a lot of romance and everything, and I wasn't really comfortable with that, to be very honest. So yeah, this time, as I said before, there was no romantic inclination as such. So for me, it was okay as a comedy film. I said there's no harm doing it. Nothing at all. See, I've been very clear where to draw my lines, and this film had no such demands in itself. Even if you see that particular song in the club, I'm dressed up pretty decent. I don't dress up like a bar girl or anything of that sort. It's a pretty decent costume that I would have worn in previous films of mine. So yeah, no such thing. Glamorous, yes, it is. But even in the saris, one can look glamorous. So it's that kind of a glamour.
मेरे सपनों की रानी कब आएगी तू आए रुत मस्तानी कब आएगी तू बीती जाए
Best thing is it hasn't changed me as a person, which I think is better. If I, even if I don't get work, I'm like pretty happy with the way things go. So not changing as a person while you're in the industry is difficult, and I think I have managed to do that. So honestly speaking, I don't come from a filmy background. So for me, when I got into the industry, my only focus was my work. I only wanted to achieve a good name for myself. Money, or the so-called glamour that is that is a part of this industry, was not something that attracted me in it. I love to dance, as my during my childhood days, and as I grew up, and then acting took over. So for me, acting has always been a passion for me. So I don't really compromise on that aspect. And working in multiple languages, the only difference I have always found is the language, to be very honest. I have not found any kind of a difference where it comes to the technicians or the way the films are being made, the budgets and everything. They are all at par with each other. So that has been same. But yeah, it's been a wonderful journey so far, and I'm hoping that it goes on like that. See, right now I'm pretty busy with DJ, that is the reality show I'm a part of as a judge. And yeah, films keep coming, but something that I really want to get into, I would take it up. So nothing as of now, but anything might happen anytime, so you never know. Honestly, DJ has been the best experience of my life so far. I would not rate it with anything else, because this is by far the kind of positive energy on the sets is totally different from whatever I have experienced so far. So for me, I was skeptical getting into it because small screen, people relate to you as a small screen thing, but I'm so glad and I'm so happy that I took it up, because it's definitely, the kids are wonder kids, and the entire atmosphere on sets is something that gives me so much happiness that I go back smiling from here, and I await the next schedule so desperately. So I think this has not happened to me with any of my films or shoots so far. So I'm quite enjoying the whole experience here. Not not really. I still get offers for films. Like this afternoon, I had another narration, but it's up to me to decide whether I, really want to take something up or not. Whether it's worth the time that I would offer. As I said before, it's not every time about money and about being seen. It's about doing what you really want to do. So there it comes. Yeah. Uh, I scored 92% in my 12th, so obviously I had to do something after that. Um, I don't know. I got my admission um, in an engineering college for information technology, and that too on merit. That wasn't a paid seat or anything, and anybody in my place would not just give it up like that. But when I was offered a film by Mr. Teja in Telugu, I said, no, this is my calling. This is what I really want to do in life. And I came. I did my film. I went back to study, but the film was a blockbuster hit, and then the offers started pouring in. So for me, I didn't have to look back, and I'm happy that because yeah, I just studied till 12th, and I'm that's about it. That's all I think was meant to happen. No regrets. No regrets at all. They hardly chill out. I think I when I'm back home, I do a lot for animals, so I keep rescuing kittens and puppies and pigeons or whatever comes my way in distress. I bring them home, and then I'm non-stop busy, finding them home, or if they're unwell, taking them to vets and all that thing. So I don't think I'm that kind of person who goes to a party or night out or pubs. I don't have that life, unfortunately, again, or fortunately, I don't know, because I find it a real waste of time, just going and yeah, doing things which don't really give you any kind of a satisfaction. For me, chilling or a recreation for that matter is helping out something which is in need, and that gives me immense happiness. So